I have a theory about this two quarterback system. We saw it week one. I mean, Trey Lance was on the field. The first drive was a fumble. That wasn't the first drive. So the first drive was after the fumble. Trey Lance was on the field for two of those snaps. He replaced Jimmy Garoppolo mid-drive and then in the red zone. Garoppolo basically took him down the field, but Lance had one snap in there where he ran and went nowhere, and then he got in the red zone through a touchdown pass. That was the plan. And I asked Kyle Shanahan about why he didn't play Lance against the Eagles. He said, "Well, I never have a plan. It's just when I feel like him, like using him." But that's not the truth, because Jimmy Garoppolo said after week one that the plan was to get Trey Lance in the game on the first drive. Of course. I mean, you script those plays. You script the first 15 plays. He was in the first 15 plays. Of course it was the plan week one. Why was it not the plan week two? Well, Jimmy Garoppolo played really well week one and won the game. Afterward, I was there in the post-game press conference. Someone asked him what he thought about splitting time, and he said, "Oh, it was great. Whatever the team wants. I'm just here to please the team." But then a couple of days later, he went on KNBR, and I think it was Brian Murphy asked him, what was it like celebrating with Trey Lance after that touchdown? He's like, honestly, it's kind of weird. This is just, just natural. It was weird. How else would you expect a human to feel in this situation? So the way I read this is Jimmy Garoppolo says the right things in public. He's very conscious of his image, and he's never going to complain publicly. But privately, I think it's fair to assume that he's not pleased with the two quarterback system. I mean, would any quarterback be pleased with the two quarterback system? If he took it in stride privately, wouldn't you think less of him? If he was like, "Yeah, let's do this." No, I mean, I think it's fair for him to say, "Wait a second, man. I mean, it's one thing for you to draft my replacement because I got hurt, but it's another thing to ask me to split time with this guy. Wait a second. I'm playing well. We won." When Trey Lance came in, he threw a gimme touchdown pass and ran 3 times and didn't get anywhere. How is this helping? In fact, I don't like it. I think it's fair to assume, fair to wonder if privately Garoppolo went to the coach and said, "I don't like this. This isn't helping me. It's not helping the offense. It's only getting me out of rhythm. I don't like it. As long as I'm playing well, let me play. As long as my quarterback rating is 110 and we're winning, why are we doing this? Is it a fair request? I think it's a fair request to just let me be the quarterback until I lose the job. If I play poorly, if I lose, if I throw picks, I get it. But right now, I'm lights out. I'm 2-0. My quarterback rating is 110. Leave me alone. Leave the offense alone." And I think what else is, I think if Jimmy feels that way, and I don't know what he does, but I think it's probably feels that way. I mean, just the comments he's made, human nature. If he feels that way, I think a lot of the locker room does too. Not all of it, but a lot of it does. I think there is a very strong Jimmy contingent in this locker room, and I think Jimmy really has a stronger hold of this locker room than Kyle does. And if Kyle just doesn't listen to Jimmy and does whatever he wants, this locker room could get fractured. I'm not in it, but couldn't it? So it seems to me that sort of Jimmy's calling the shots right now. Why did Trey Lance play week one and not week two? Why was Trey Lance in the first 15 play script week one and not week two? Well, maybe Jimmy vetoed it. Maybe Jimmy has a final editorial review and saw it and was like, "Nope." Hey, if I were Jimmy Garoppolo, I would say no Trey Lance. Wouldn't you? Okay, I know you want to replace me with Trey Lance, but from Jimmy's perspective, he's Aaron Rodgers and Trey Lance is Jordan Love, and they gave up on him too soon, and he's going to go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl and win the MVP and prove everyone wrong and get, Trey Lance traded out of town. And if Kyle Shanahan isn't on board, get him traded out of town too. This is Jimmy's team from the way he sees it. And they unfairly try to take it from him, and this is his opportunity to prove it. And so far, he's 2-0. So I think that's what's going on. He has a lot of pull in this organization. He has a lot of pull in the locker room. They tried to take the team away from him. I don't think that trade up for Lance was that popular. I think Lance has got a lot of he's working against the current here. And Garoppolo is very high in the approval rating in that locker room. So that's why we didn't see Lance week 2, I'm thinking. Not because Kyle's like, "I hate Lance," or "We don't need him," or "Let's just score 17 points and win because all we need is 17. I think it's very possible that Kyle feels, "Look, I just can't take the job from Jimmy. It'll be very, very unpopular in the locker room. He needs to give it away. And the only way he's going to give it away is with his play. And until then, inserting Trey Lance will just be a, something that's unpopular, that divides the team, that some people like and some people don't. I don't know. That's the way I look at it. I think Jimmy is very much in control. He's the reason Ayuk's not getting the ball. He's the reason Lance is on the bench. Kyle isn't calling these shots. It's Jimmy's team. Kyle would like it to be his team, but Jimmy's the one who has the winning record. Kyle's the one who's 7-27 without him. Jimmy has a lot of power. And Kyle, the organization may have had plans, but Jimmy is the quarterback, and the locker room is in his corner. And who cares about your plans after that? So if Jimmy comes out and throws 3 picks against the Packers, then it's Trey Lance's team at that point, I would imagine. But if Jimmy keeps chugging along and winning and not throwing picks, what are you going to do? And why are you bringing Trey Lance in the game? Now, I know I would, but maybe Kittle has a problem with it. I can't help but notice that when they tried to run those 3 runs with Trey Lance, they were the worst executed plays of the day. Like, none of the blocking worked. Lance just got hit in the backfield. Like, I don't think the team is that eager to just all of a sudden run zone read 4 times a game. They don't really look like it. The attitude of this team, they feel it's like, we don't need that. We're good. We were good in 2019. We were injured last year. We're still good. We don't need this. So I think that's what we're seeing here, is that Jimmy Garoppolo is a very powerful person. He was groomed under Tom Brady. How would Tom Brady handle this situation? Will you just lay down? Hey, it's Trey Lance's team. I'm just going to help him I'm just going to stand aside. No. He would leverage every ounce of power and influence he had in that organization to stay employed. And from Jimmy's perspective, he's not going to lose this. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's Tom Brady. And this freaking guy is some guy who's just going to come and go. Maybe he's right. I don't think he is. I have more to talk about. Robert says, Grant, I know you love these conspiracy theories. Maybe Jimmy is bitter with Ayuk for training with Trey before the season. Possible. You don't know what kind of stuff they say to each other, what kind of relationship they have with each other. I just feel like it's more of like a skill set thing. You know where you got to get the ball. I mean, Ayuk is good over the middle. Debo's better. Ayuk is really the guy who replaced Pettis, who's the guy who's running, supposed to be averaging 17 yards a catch, catching the stuff outside. And Jimmy doesn't throw those. The ball is in the air. It's like slow motion when Jimmy tries to throw more than 10 yards past the line of scrimmage outside the numbers. It's like Chariots of Fire. All of a sudden, music starts playing and the whole world stops, and you can just, it's like it's in the air forever.